Oh yes, gotta go formal for this video because it is time to review the first two John Wick movies leading up to John Wick Chapter 3 that is already out and I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I am super pumped for it. For the honor of John Wick Chapter 3, let's review the first two movies and let's start this off with John Wick. John Wick. So John Wick came out in 2014. It's directed by a stuntman named Chad Stahelski and stars Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, John Leguizamo, Willem Dafoe, Alfie Allen, and Michael something. I can't say his last name, but you know, the main villain of this movie. This movie tells the story of this retired assassin named John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, that after his wife died from an internal illness, he received the last gift from his wife, which is a dog. And throughout these years, he's enjoying his life until he run by these mobsters that stole his Mustang and also killed his dog. So John Wick has no choice but become an assassin again and kill off those mobsters that are responsible for that event. Now I gotta say, I haven't seen John Wick in theaters, neither John Wick Chapter 2, but a lot of people keep telling me to watch John Wick because John Wick, everyone says, is one of the best action movies in decade and probably Keanu Reeves' best role. So I did bought the Blu-ray in 2015 because I had not seen John Wick and a lot of people told me to see John Wick. I had saw the trailer before I even bought the Blu-ray because I was like, I should get John Wick, but just I would watch the trailers first. And the trailers did give away some plot points and I was thinking like a revenge movie about Keanu Reeves just killing monsters because a dog has been killed. But I watched the movie and honestly I'm so glad I bought the movie because this is definitely one of the best action movies, not just in modern decade, but to me, of all time. This movie was amazing. I love this movie. The thing I mostly love about John Wick is, of course, Keanu Reeves as John Wick. Honestly, I love Keanu Reeves. He's a very likable actor, and him in The Matrix is probably one of his most iconic roles. One of them, because John Wick is probably his biggest iconic role. He was great in this film. Not just that he's a complete freaking badass in this film. You see John Wick as a character. You see the reasons why he has to be an assassin again. And you see the reasons why the dog meant so much to him. Because his wife died and that's the last gift, like, basically she gave to him. So you do feel for John Wick in the film. But also you root for John Wick to kill every single mobster that is responsible for that event. And Keanu Reeves, of course, is a freaking badass in the film. He did like 98% of the stunts in this movie, and you can see that he is doing most of the stunts, and that's really great. There's no like obvious stunt doubles in the film. You see Keanu Reeves kicking so much ass, and he did a great job as John Wick, and his character just gets better and better with the sequel. But also, the side characters are really good in the film also, even though there weren't much in the film. They still did a great performance. For example, John Leguizamo, he did a great job at his car, like, repairman dealership that's with the main villain of the movie. He did a great job in this film. Ian McShane was awesome in the film. Alfie Allen, I liked him in the film. And it's not that I liked him because he was good in the film, but I liked him because I hated him in the entire film. He's one of those guys that basically, he did this whole thing and you root for Keanu Reeves to kill the guy. So they did a great job of making me hate this guy. And Alfie Allen did a great job playing a person like that. Also, the main villain of the film, Michael something, Nyquist, Michael Nyquist, I think I would say his name. But he plays a damn good villain in the film. Like, most of the, like, parts of the film, you do feel real for the villain. Like, the villain, how he portrayed, is so realistic. Like, the quotes and the dialogue from him, I'm like, that's how a villain should be in other movies. Not like villains that just go around the chair going, well, look what we have here. No, this villain was great in this film. He's a great, like, stern villain, and he did a great job playing that. Also, Willem Dafoe did a great job. I didn't mention him in the side characters. Willem Dafoe, even though I wasn't watching the film, he's also great. But let's not talk about John Wick without talking about the goddamn action scenes. They are just freaking badass. The action scenes are fantastic, not just for the punching bits, also the gun shootout scenes. They're just freaking glory, bloody, and just a lot of fun as it is. We get this nightclub scene. Honestly, it is one of the best action scenes in modern decade. I love that scene. I could watch that scene for the rest of my life because how it's filmed, it's fast-paced but very smoothly at the exact same time. And the score for that, it's just a lot of fun. The whole action scene was just so fun to watch. But what I like about this film is that this is not just an action extravaganza, this is also a revenge film. So this film has to have a good piece of dialogue, and the dialogue of this movie was great. Like, every single line in this movie, I'm like, that is realistic, and that's great how they portrayed it. The story of this movie was great. It's not like slow, it's just goes straight to the point, and I really like that. The only problem I would give John Wick is, I would say, the ending. The ending is like, you know, it's an ending that sets up for the sequel and all that stuff. And sometimes I don't really like that much, but I'm glad John Wick made a sequel, and I'm glad this is a whole new franchise right now, because overall, John Wick is a damn fantastic action revenge film. Honestly, it's one of my favorite revenge films of all freaking time. This is probably the best Keanu Reeves performance that I've ever seen him in a while. The action scenes are so freaking badass and a lot of freaking fun. The story of this movie is absolutely fantastic. This is a great start to this franchise that I did not expect it's going to be, and I'm glad I bought the movie because this movie was fantastic. I love this movie. One of my favorite action movies in modern decades and also ever, and I'm going to give John Wick a huge thumbs up rating. So guys, coming up is John Wick Chapter 2 reviews. So let me know down below if you have seen John Wick, if you like the movie, hate the movie, or thought it's okay. Shame with you if you didn't like it, but that's your opinion. Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest reviews, and have a nice day.